A wizard! Your kind is a plague upon the skyways. Why do you pester me, wizard? There is but one who is due my full fury, and his name is Captain Taylor Coleridge. The captain sent you to disturb me? I will rend you with my axe and horns, and the scent of your spilled blood will be my perfume. You wish to make reparations for the captain? Very well. It is difficult for me to strike you anyway. My golden horns of Asterion have been taken by leaf shields. As a spirit, I cannot seem to touch them. Retrieve the horns, and I may listen.
The Spellbinder returns. I thought you were finished mucking about Fort Rockius. horns of Asterion.
What word do you bear, wizard? A golden song of glory and horns to match? Better than I expected. This act may seem like a small token to you, but these golden horns were a gift from my father. When I left glorious Aquila, I said I would return with wealth and glory. Instead, I met my ignoble end on this distant shore. The captain listened only to the pernicious whisperings of the wizard Morganthe. He refused to hear the warnings of his crew. And her craze for power led us all to our doom. The spirit of my mate, Yadula, is bound nearby. Help him as you did me. The safe return of my golden horns of Asterion is a buoy to my humor, wizard. Yet, I am still plagued by discontent. In life, I was the finest navigator to ever sail the spiral. But in death, I am truly a lost soul. I blame the nonsensical design of this maze of a fort. It is a veritable labyrinth. What I need is a map. I've seen those contemptible black shields buzzing about with maps of the fort, and I need you to get one for me.
Can it be? A living, breathing wizard has come to visit me? Oh, let me look at you. You say the captain wishes to set things right? It might be possible. The Sakara bird totem that helped guide our ship was lost. Our poor captain was taken in by her beguiling riddles and his own ravenous greed. She offered to lead us to a treasure trove of unimaginable power. And truth is, she did. It was just not a power we could survive. Yes, it has been a long, long time since I've seen a wizard. My last encounter with one did not end well. If you fetched it for me from the black shields who now possess it, it would be a balm to my spirit. The Sakara bird. Ah, she led us on some exciting adventures. I'm the last of the crew you visited? You've spoken to Grimhilde, Ugar, Cosmos, and me? Almost then, almost. Return to Captain Coleridge and tell him he no longer burns like a hot ember in my mind. I no longer care about the past. Seeing my beloved Sakara bird again has reminded me of the many worldly possessions that have been taken from me. Recently, I managed to track down my ship's logs, which are a detailed account of my entire life upon the skyways. But no sooner had I found them when they were carted off to Crescent Beach by a driftwood navigator named Zagella the Wave Tamer. There are many secrets and treasures in those logs, Wizard, and I am loath to think of that Umbra insect benefiting from them. Please, can you rescue my ship's logs from Zagella the Wave Tamer? You'll find her in the navigator's tent.
The many crew so beautiful, and they all dead did lie. And 1,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I. Speak to the spirit of Crescent Beach. See if you've done enough to quell the fire in Grimhilda's heart.
Outlander, you return to me again. What news do you bring? You have found and given solace to the Navigator Cosmos and the Quartermaster Yadula. By the Ice Titan's sons, remarkable! There is but one more member of our ill-fated crew to find and mollify. But she is a frozen-hearted backbiter. She also happens to be my sister, Gunhilda Ironspear. Gunhilda is trapped within the den of a voracious antlion trapper. Wizard, I do not ask this lightly. For my sister and I had a great gulf between us in life, which has only deepened in death. But you will do me a great honor if you retrieve her lost shield from within the beast's den and free her spirit.
A little bite at home before I go out and look for dinner. me indigestion.
An outlander come to steal my shield for your treasure trove? Not a thief? A messenger from my sister? Worse then, I'd prefer a thief. At least then you might have a shred of honor. I spit on you and my sister Grimhilda.
That wasn't very pleasant. Still, you should probably retrieve the lost shield and bring it to Grimhilda.
Outlander, you have Gunhilda's shield! For a wizard, you have the courage of a bear! I'm only sorry you had to encounter my sister. Of course, now I'm stuck with her for eternity. You have done us all a good turn, wizard. You fought with valor and courage, and you helped those who needed it unselfishly. Tell Captain Coleridge I'll leave him well enough alone. I have not forgotten his deeds, but I forgive him, at least a little. I will haunt his dreams no longer. Outlander, my sister and I are still beneath the cloud of shame begat by Gunhilda's last action in life.
False! It was not my action that brought the shame upon us. It was yours. I'm the older sister. I should have died first.
But I was the braver warrior. The honor of dying first was mine. You never let me go first in anything.
Blah! Apologies, Outlander. It seems even death cannot quench the fires of our rivalry. That's why we need your help. We mean to return to the Aphotic Caves, where we met our tragic ends.
And exact revenge. But as we are ghosts, we need you to do the actual fighting. Will you help rid us of our shame?
What message do you bring from the spirits, wizard? They will haunt me no more? O happy spirit things, no tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them unaware. 'Tis like a great weight, like some kind of winged snake, or giant flying lizard, or gliding squirrel, has fallen from me neck. Tell me, wizard, what can old Captain Coleridge do for you? You wish to sail the Starfall Sea? Sheer lunacy! The maelstrom will flay your flesh, and the deep spawn will suck the marrow from your bones. It can't be done. But perhaps there might be one way. A way as dangerous as the sea itself. To summon and ride the great beast! First is first. We need to craft a diving bell. Raid the docks for a bolt of goat weaver silk. You'll find it in a guarded tent.
Let you have some goat weaver silk? Do you know how hard it is to refine it from the raw milk webs? I give you nothing. Okay, I give.
The goat weaver silk is strong and smooth, and surprisingly light for such a large bundle.
Did you acquire what we need? Now, we need a way to work the silk. There is a mantis weaver at the driftwood docks. Her tent should not be hard to find. You need her loom. This is not any old device, but a potent artifact, the Speedster's loom. She may not give it up easily.
You are the spellbinder that caused so much chaos in Fort Froggys. I will weave a tapestry of your tragic tale, so that all will remember your doom. vanish like a handful of sand thrown into the surf.
Beautiful device. You can feel how it might channel your magic.
Well done. You're certain you're a wizard and not a pirate? Use the spinster's loom to weave the goat weaver's silk into a ball, as large as you can make. I hope they taught you some base skills in that wizard school of yours. You'll need your magic, but also a deft hand. Weave in your runes of magic to keep us safe from wind and storm and the hungry lurkers in the deep.
You do your best. This is not the kind of thing they prepared you for in Ravenwood. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all.
Done, are ya? That's it? I expected something a little bigger. Higher and higher every day, till over the sea at noon, the great beast had no moment's rest, for he heard the loud bassoon. We need to send a loud, clear call to the great beast. There is a mustering horn in Fort Rockius. I have heard it too often. Go and fetch it. While you're about, search for a case of nautic stones. We'll need them too.
Wizard! I was afraid I missed you. I'm delighted you returned. Have you come for my case of Nautix stones? Or have you come to hear my mustering horn? Its call is irresistible. bringer! Here, have my case of Nautic stones. If you take the mustering horn, I dearly hope the things you summon consume you.
It's a beautiful war horn of ancient craftsmanship.
And what have you brought me? Let me gaze upon those Nautic stones you plundered. I see a Mundana, and Oceana crystal, and an Atala, Rasatala, and Mahatala stone. Perfect. These enchanted stones and crystals will help us navigate. Head to the Driftwood docks and look for the ancient stone pier that lies just beyond. Sound a call on the mustering horn, and then drop the diving bell you made into the tide. Look for me there.
This plan is disquieting, yet I can see no other path for you to take. I pray the celestial powers will keep you safe. Keep your antennae twitching and your head on a swivel. I am sure we will meet again, Spellbinder.
You ready the mustering horn and take the deepest breath you can before giving it your all. The call warps and twists in the wind. It echoes off the rocky cliffs behind you and soars over the waves. And then you feel an answering roar from the depths below that thrums in your bones. You see a great shape slicing through the dark depths. You drop the diving bell in and hope the magic works. You step up to the great beast. You can't think of what else to call it. It's hard to even wrap your head around the idea of the thing. Using the diving bell as a kind of psychic anchor, you project your will into the great beast. For a moment, the image of dark waves and tremendous hunger threatens to drown you. But you call upon your training, your sense of school, and the power of light. And soon enough, it's purring. Though its purr could probably shatter continents.
With sloping scales and dripping maw, as who pursued with yelling blow still treads the shadow of his foe, and forward bends his head. The beast drove fast, loud roared the blast, and southward aye we fled. The StarFall sea awaits. Shall we board our formidable craft and get underway? Climb upon the great beast and enter the diving bell. You'll need to focus on the dying star stone to guide us safely to our destination. Listen close. Despite the great beast's strength, anything could go wrong and leave us drowning at the bottom of the waves. Or swimming in the middle of the StarFall sea, waiting for something to snap us up. Now, place the dying star stone on the pedestal to activate it.
You place the dying star stone in its spot on the navigation pedestal. It sparkles with power.
If If we stay on the surface, not only will the Shadow Queen's forces be able to find us, but we'll be shredded by the maelstrom. Get ready to dive. Use the altimeter to signal the great beast to submerge.
You touch the altimeter and imagine yourself going down, down, down into the deep.
Quickly now, pay attention. I've placed the Nautic stones to help us navigate. Go to the Mundana crystal and adjust it. Slightly.
You adjust the Mundana crystal as best you can, under the captain's rapid-fire commands.
Yes, good. I think that was just enough. Wait! The great beast groans and flinches. Something is distressing him. When harried or vexed, the great beast's desire is to dive deep. If we let him, our diving bell will be ripped apart by the ocean gyre. We cannot sit on the surface, nor swim too deep, for certain death lies on either end. We need a steady hand on the helm. When the great beast tries to plunge below, we must instead force him to rise and deal with whatever we find. Use the altimeter to cause the great beast to rise, and venture out onto his back and deal with the disturbance.
You touch the altimeter and force the great beast to rise. You hear a thundering snarl of protest, but he obeys.
It's true! The Spellbinder has harnessed a great beast of the Starfall Sea. White Razors, attack! White Razors! Flee! Buzz!
White Razors, aye. They must have followed us from Crescent Beach. We'll be well into the storm soon, and they won't be able to follow. Of course, we'll have bigger problems then. Use the altimeter to convince the great beast to submerge again. We don't want to batter the diving bell more than we have to.
You use the altimeter, guiding the great beast to swim below the surface again.
I need you to check the Oceana Crystal. It keeps the diving bell safe. And also examine the Atala Stone. It measures the great beast's fear and passions.
You inspect the Oceana Crystal and turn it just slightly to improve its resonance. The Atala Stone purrs in time to the rumblings of the great beast. But then suddenly it flickers and sparks.
Blast and tarnation! Something in the water is bothering the beast, nipping at his fins. Rise up, use the altimeter and break the surface. Let's draw these bedeviling vermin up with us, where we can deal with them proper.
You guide the great beast into a swift rise with the altimeter. It's a thrill to have such power under your command. Once again, the path outside is open. Time to chase off the vermin.
Whirligigs, spiteful things. They prey on smaller fish, but they'll try to take a nip out of anything that passes their way. Me guess is the Shadow Queen riled them up. Good work driving them off. That's the edge of the maelstrom we're entering. Time to send the great beast below again, so we don't get torn asunder.
Through the altimeter, you can sense how violent the storm is getting. It takes much more effort to guide the great beast this time.
Keep an eye on the Montana and Oceana crystals, and keep them in harmony. And don't take your eyes off the Rasatala stone, nor the Mahatala stone, else the great beast may decide to devour us himself.
You do your best to keep the crystals and stones in harmony. It takes a great deal of concentration and precise measurements. All of a sudden, all of the crystals and stones start a cacophonous ringing.
Egads, I was afraid of this. The deep spawn that dwell beneath the maelstrom are rising against us. Deep spawn are vile terrors. Whether the Shadow Queen sent them or they are just hungry doesn't matter much. They are hideous and cruel, and could tear chunks out of the great beast himself if you don't stop them. Raise us up and get ready to fight amongst the storm. Head out and drive off the deep spawn, or we'll never make it.
The altimeter shudders under your touch and grows painfully hot. The sound of the waves becomes a roar that makes your ears ring. As the way opens, you can hear a skittering of claws on scales and the dissonant call and response of the deep spawn.
Morganthe, Shog, Waka, Nagel, Versagen! which is not dead, which can eternal lie.
When the deep spawn stirred, I thought for sure you were done for. I guess something is looking out for you, Wizard. I hope the way is clear. We've seen near every kind of hateful thing that swims in the Starfall Sea. It was once a serene, becalmed ocean, until the Shadow Queen stirred it up and set it to roiling. Now let's finish this journey. Dive us down!
You ease the altimeter down again, and the great beast gracefully follows your lead. Well, as gracefully as he can for his size.
It's time for you to use the Dying Starstone to guide us through the worst part of the Maelstrom. We'll be fine if you don't mess it up, in which case we'll all be jetsomed soon enough.
You focus your will to a razor-sharp point, and use that to read the mystical aura of the Dying Starstone. It pulls and spins, threatening to drag you into the Maelstrom, but you stay calm, and soon find yourself where you need to be.